All right, so I posted a video about how to not get backlash, just showing that you tighten this thing up all the way to where it can't turn. You set this right in about 50%, and then you slowly work this down until it starts to fall. You make sure when it hits the ground that this doesn't keep spinning. Simple as that for all settings. A lot of people commented saying that that's great, but they still get backlash when they cast really far. So, hey, I understand that. It's when you're whipping it usually, or when you're throwing overhead as hard as you can. Basically, whenever you start creating kind of a catapult wham situation, you're gonna send this spinning behind it faster than it can release the line. And that's what I've learned myself, is that I had to retrain myself when I was starting to fish nicer reels, to trust the reel. The reel is set up to where it will give you the max amount of distance without you having to huck it or chuck it or whip it or anything like that. Same reason why a lot of you probably face a bunch of backlash whenever you try to whip, whenever you try to skip, because you end up doing like a whipping motion versus just like a gliding motion. So the trick is, don't get crazy. One of the tips that I'll be used here is that kind of like when you're fly fishing, they say it's like you're just going up and down with your arm. And one of the tricks is they say bring it to noon right above you, and then release right around here, right around 10 o'clock. That's more like a 9. That's a 10. I'd say that's a 10 o'clock. So try to just small motion and let go. You don't have to pull all the way back and then whip it all the way hard as you can, or aim it to the ground and whack it. Just trust it, small motions. If you watch the guys or the pros or the really good guys, you see them, they'll wind it up and they'll just click it and barely toss it. It only goes so far. Just trust your equipment, and the better you get at that, the sooner you can take these brakes off, which are kind of like your training wheels. As soon as you can get these down to 1 or 0, that's when you're going to be able to get the most distance. But don't do it too soon, or you're just going to be frustrated because you'll be constantly fixing up a bird nest. So that being said, I'm going to prove that now. Just small movements right there. Look at that. And I'm going to fish too, because I just absolutely want to fish. Some different casts, just how effortless they can be. It can be really hard to do that, especially when you get excited. That's my problem. I'll see a big fish or something, or a big blow up on the bank, and I want to go get it immediately. So I'll go over there and I'll start whipping as hard as I can, and then all of a sudden I have backlash at the worst possible time. So you're not alone. I definitely understand it. I think all of us do. Yeah, that's not what I wanted. All right, so I'm going to bring the brakes down to like off, and I'm going to show you how to cast with no brakes effortlessly. Again, I want to make sure that that thing is nice and slow, so when it hits the water, it does not keep spinning. Bloop. I'm not going to do that there. And then now, just a small, I mean, look at that distance. That distance is so far. I used to have to try so hard. Wow, that was a bite the moment it hit the water, and I missed it because I was over here chitty-chatting. So look, again, the brakes are off, completely off right now. The trick is very small movements. Watch, again, I'm not gonna whip it. I'm just gonna barely, and look how far that went. I mean, that's awesome. This time I'm gonna be ready to catch a fish. Ooh, something just, okay, that's where I want to cast. And look at how effortlessly I will get there. Oh, see, I got excited. Put the training wheels back on. You watch, I'll probably catch a fish while I'm doing this. See, that's what happens. As soon as I get excited, I do it too. Gotta remind myself to slow down. Fishing is extremely exciting. So it's really good to probably practice to learn how to be calm when it counts, in the moments when there's a lot of chaos and excitement. All right, I'm gonna tighten the brakes up a little bit. I'm gonna go overhead now, and I'm gonna do what I just said, just very small motions, nothing crazy. Trusting it to get me there. I'm not the one to make it. Look at that. Previously, I would have had to cast so hard to get there with my old equipment. Or maybe I wouldn't have. Maybe it's just my old mentality, because I had to have the brakes so high. I only have a few minutes. I came down here more for a demonstration on how to not get backlash. been getting a lot of comments and a lot of good conversation from another YouTuber named Monkey. It's Monkey 585, I believe. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I've been really getting excited about the different topics that he's presented to me. Is that a snake right there? What the heck is that? Okay, no, it's not a snake. So Monkey, I hope this is helping you, man, because this has been fun to share a lot of information with you and give me some thoughts about kind of how I do some of this stuff I don't usually think about anymore. I'm actually going to tighten this up a little bit, even though now I can't get it out at all. But that's just because on that last cast I went overhead and I saw this was starting to I was unspooling faster than it was casting out, so I'm going to slow it down with more tension here in the tensioner. Yeah, it seems to have helped.